I want to turn the floor over to the Honorable Carol Lisa Phillips, who's our two-time and reigning ABOTA Jurist of the Year. She's the administrative judge for the Civil Circuit Division. We've had some, I guess this last week was as things are reopening and jury trials are resuming, she's here to give us the update on the circuit, and we're very happy to have her. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Judge Carol Lisa Phillips.
All right, and thank you, Brent, and thank you for all that you do. And good to see all my friends at ABOTA this afternoon. I have some very exciting news today. I had the pleasure of speaking the Broward County Trial Lawyers Association on Tuesday in some depth, but I'm just going to give a quick overview of some wonderful news within the courthouse. I know that you have a great presentation coming up today, so I don't want to hold you all up from hearing that, but I do have some great updates. As you all know, that the jury trials for Circuit Civil began the beginning of June. We resumed jury trials the beginning of June in Circuit Civil. And as of the first 3 weeks, as of today, we've had 18 jury trials to verdict. 18 jury trials to verdict. That's fantastic for our first month back in a year and a half. The first 3 weeks of June, and several judges are picking panels today to begin for next week. So by the end of the month, I think we'll have 20, 21, or 22 jury trials this month. The jurors, I also have good news about the jurors. The jurors have been fantastic. They're willing to serve when they come up. And I don't know if you all know this, if you've been at other events. Mr. Abers, I see that you're here again today. Good to see you again, sir. The CDC protocols and questions are asked when the jury summonses are issued. And then when they get to the jury room, also they can fill out a form if they are at high risk, or they have come back positive on a test, or are having symptoms, or would have a great hardship because of the loss of work due to COVID. So they fill out those forms before they even get to the jury room, and then when they get to the jury room. And also we're having a live judge go down and ask certain protocol questions before they even come up to the jury room. So by the time they come up to the jury room, all of those questions have been answered. And essentially, I go into the general questionnaire and have them answer the general questions and see if they can serve. I think just about all of the cases that we have tried have been either 3 or 4 days. And I think Judge Bidwell tried a 6-day case. And it's gone really, really smoothly. As you probably all know, as of June 21st, the CDC guideline protocols have been relaxed. So now there's not a requirement to wear masks inside of the courthouse or for the physical distancing within the courthouse. If somebody wants to wear a mask, they may wear a mask. If somebody wants to be physically distanced, we will try to make that happen. But those protocols have been dropped. As you know, the administrative order out of the Supreme Court allowed for that. And the chief entered an administrative order following those guidelines. And that was entered and began on Monday, June 21st. Also, with regards to the jury trials that we've had, the jury trial that I had the first week of June, I had witnesses appear via Zoom. So Zoom is in play within the courtroom, and even during the jury trials, as long as both sides agree to allow for that. And it worked wonderfully in the trial that I had. We even had a witness from Argentina appear via Zoom. And we were able to swear in the witness, and it was as if she was in the courtroom. Now, a couple of the parties did use technology help. I think it was Legalese who was hired for the trial I had at the beginning of June. And this past week, I just finished up with a jury yesterday. They did not agree to have the witnesses appear via Zoom. But it really has worked out well. Just make sure that your witness has the appropriate internet capabilities to appear via Zoom. We do, it's my understanding, we do have the bandwidth available within the courthouse, and it's not on the courthouse side, but sometimes we've had problems with witnesses appearing via Zoom. So that was for the month of June. For the month of July, again, at this point, as you know, and I hope you know, if you don't know, what we did is we split it up, and half the judges were trying the cases the first and third week of June, and the other half were trying cases the second and fourth week of June. For the month of July, we will all be back in the courthouse on our regular jury trial docket. So all of the weeks of the July docket, each judge will be able to use each week of their docket to try cases. Also, we're going to be getting more jurors in the month of July. This month, we were only able to summon 400 to hopefully get 100. Some days we get less, some days we get a little more. But next month, the first week of June, we're summoning 400. The following week, we're going to summon 500 each day. The next week, the third week, we're going to summon 600 each day. And the last week of July will be up to 700 each day. Now, as for circuit civil, we'll still be pulling our jurors on Thursday and Friday, and that will continue through the month of July. We've been able to pull some panels earlier in the week on Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday, but civil cases do take precedence on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, still in July. As of August, we will be back to normal. We will be summoning 1,000 jurors each day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like we did, 16 months ago. And we will be able to get the big panels on Thursday when requested ahead of time. But again, as always, and even back 16 months ago, the criminal cases will take precedence. But as you know, we're usually able to pull, if we're not able to pull the panels on Monday, we can get panels on Tuesday. So we will be back to normal beginning August 2nd with regards to jury trials and the number of jurors that we will be summoning. As to the Zoom is here to stay, from what I understand, at least till the end of the year. Uniform motion calendar and case management conferences will continue on Zoom. I hope forever. I think everybody hopes forever, but at least through the end of the year. Most of the special set hearings will continue on Zoom, and a lot of non-jury trials will continue on Zoom. The administrative order, and as you may have heard the chief speak about in other meetings and on other days, unless it's complex with a lot of exhibits, we're going to try to continue to do them by Zoom. Otherwise, like in the month of May, I had a 5-day non-jury trial. We agreed to do that within the courtroom because it was complex, lots and lots of witnesses and thousands of exhibits. I think 3 banker boxes of exhibits. So we did do that within the courtroom. And again, if you have a special set that you think should be heard in the courtroom in person, you can bring that to the attention of the judge, and they can make the call as to whether or not they believe it should be done in person, as well as for the non-jury trials. The default is to Zoom. And so again, I think everybody who I've spoken to, the word is that everybody wants Zoom here to stay, and everybody is impressed and wants to continue to move forward with Zoom. But in some cases, again, the more complex issues, you may want to have the in-person hearings. As far as the CDC guidelines, again, as of this past Monday, June 21st, those have been relaxed, but we will try to accommodate those that wish to still physically distance. And again, if someone wishes to wear a mask, they may wear a mask. If we have witnesses that appear and they want to wear a mask, all the judges have been issued clear plastic masks, so you can still see somebody's mouth move, and you get still a picture of their face if they don't feel comfortable not wearing the mask. And with that, I think that's pretty much of the update. Again, everything is going fantastic. We're happy that we're doing in-person things. We're happy to see everybody live again. It certainly brings uh, the being in the courtroom for the first time is a wonderful change. Everybody is enjoying it. It's first tough to get back on that bicycle and ride. I know the first day I walked into the courtroom and I stood up and I looked around, and it was kind of like I felt like a deer in the headlights. And everybody was standing up, and I sat down, and then one of the attorneys said, Judge, may we be seated? And I said, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Everybody, please be seated. But as soon as you do it for the first couple of days, everything goes back to normal. It's as if you never left.